I'm going to start this video by giving you a pretty good look at the gun that I took out this morning to shoot. It's a Mosin 9130, and what's a little bit different about this gun and why I remembered it and dragged it out is the laminate stock. There was a bunch of these come in with laminate stocks. I think I had 2 or 3 of them. And I kept the one that was the most accurate and then sold the others off. But I guess it's a 1933, whatever, to Kivesque. But pretty interesting. You know, I could tell it's a post-war rework. It's all been redone, refinished. But just one of my Mosins I still hung on to over all these years. I just thought I'd take it out and shoot it. And I noticed it shot to the right, and I noticed the sight isn't quite lined up with the front. It's been bashed. I don't know if I did it or somebody that had it before me did it. But we took it out today and shot it at 100 and 200 yards. So enjoy the video. Alright, now it's time for our old friend the Mosin Nagant. I'm going to do a close-up of this, put it ahead of the shooting session, and basically show you the gun. So I got this from AIM years ago, and I have some of our silver tip ammo. And we're going to shoot it at 100 and 200 yards. Just for the hell of it. And this was one of the more unusual ones that I kept. I had like 2 of them, and both of them were quite accurate. Alright, I'm going to go see what we did with the spotting scope. Okay, so at 100, I'm right on elevation wise, but shooting a little bit to the right. So I'm going to try to compensate for that. Then I'll give it a go at 200 yards and see what I can do. Rim lock. Alright, let's see. Oh, that one still to the right and a little low. So which is weird, unless the barrel's heating up and moving. So I gave that a little tweak. I'm going to shoot out at 200 yards and just see if I can get rounds on the paper. Just for the hell of it. Yep. Oh. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our 200-yard shooting and see if we can get anything. Yeah, let me take a look. Okay, after a quick check with the spotting scope, I'm shooting low, so I put the rear slider up on 2. And we'll see if that gets us closer to where we want to be. Alright. Well, it was still kind of low, but it is a Mosin. I raised that rear sight elevator up to where it says 3. And now I'm going to fix the bayonet on there. Just for the fun of it all. I'm going to see if I can get some in that 200 yards. So we bumped up the elevation a little more. I'm going to fire some more rounds down there. See what we end up with. See if we can get at least one up in that diamond at 200 yards. See if the bayonet has an effect. Okay, gonna go back to my 100-yard target and see how we do with the bayonet. And I did drop the sight back, leaving it up a hair over the one. So just to see, this gun's shooting a little low. Alright. Okay, last 5 rounds. I'm going to try to get up higher on the target. It's been shooting low. I got the notch on 2. And I'm going to see where I get. And then we'll go down and look at the target. And that'll be it for the Mosin Nagant for today. Alright, downrange we go. Okay, our Mosin Nagant at 100 yards. First grouping was way over here. Aim and point of aim, it was low over here. I adjusted it, went to the left, still shot even lower the next grouping. When I had the bayonet on, I kind of was aiming over here is where I was aiming when I got these groups here, and somehow with the bayonet I kind of pulled over, and then when I went and raised it up, the last 5 I shot at 100 was here, you know, maybe those 2 there. I had 2 practice and then I shot the group of 5. So the gun shoots low, okay, and we'll go and compare targets here at 200 yards, but that's what I was getting. You know, I could probably drift the sight over, and just remember on that one I have to slide it up to 2 to keep it point of aim, and then a little bit of front sight drifting to get this to shoot in. Of course, hand loads would change the whole ball game. That old military ammo, some of it was getting spotted and weird, been sitting out for years, so, but still not too terrible. Okay, our Mosin Nagant at 200 yards. Now, first few shots were down low, down there, and I had it on 2. So when I bumped it up to 3, and again, it was shooting to the right, so I was aiming at the very edge of this target here. I can't see good in the sunlight, so you gotta excuse me. So I finally got one up in the diamond, okay? But then again, with them thin wispy barrels, you know, once it gets heated up, your accuracy I think kind of goes right to hell in a handbasket. But still, we got some on paper. I think if I know the gun shoots low, because at 100 yards, to get it up from the bottom up close to the diamond, I got to set it on 2. At 200 yards, I set it on 3, probably even maybe a little more. But we do shoot way to the right, so that gun has to be drifted. The front sight has to be drifted over somewhat get it on center, at least with the ammunition I have. That could always change, changing the ammo over, but that's what we did with our Mosin at 200 yards. And like I said, once I put the bayonet on, I got one in a diamond. Alright guys, stay tuned.